Home-sharing company Airbnb is a growing force in the global lodging industry. Nearly 80 million guests booked arrivals in 2016. That's about 200,000 every day. And women make up more than half of the hosts. First, on CBS This Morning, Ben Tracy spoke with Airbnb's co-founder and CEO about the role of women in his business and how he found success in Silicon Valley.
Michelle Lai is getting her spare bedroom ready for her next guest. She rents a room in her San Francisco apartment on Airbnb, taking in about $15,000 a year.
It's been difficult to get by in San Francisco, and the additional income has definitely made it more comfortable.
As a female Airbnb host, she's not the exception, she's the rule. A study commissioned by the company found 1 million female hosts worldwide. That's 55% of all Airbnb hosts.
I've gained a lot of confidence through hosting. It's basically like running your own business and having a lot of control.
You say, wow, things have changed.
Brian Chesky is Airbnb's CEO. He co-founded the company in 2008 when he was 26 years old. He says Airbnb is inherently more democratic than many male-dominated businesses.
In 60 seconds, anyone can be an entrepreneur, anyone can be a host. I think that spirit of anybody has just become a more equalizing notion than maybe other industries where it requires connections, references, referrals, which I think have been proven to provide some greater barriers.
Airbnb's study found that since 2008, women have earned $10 billion by hosting. Female hosts in the U.S. earn an average of $6,600 per year. What surprised you about the findings of this report?
50,000 women reported that they use this money to fund businesses or invest in entrepreneurial pursuits, to essentially become entrepreneurs.
Chesky wants to position Airbnb as an economic force for its hosts, with less focus on how it's disrupting the lodging industry and often battling regulators. This pivot comes as another sharing economy disruptor, Uber, finds itself on a roll for all the wrong reasons. Rocked by allegations of turning a blind eye to sexual harassment, stealing trade secrets, and the behavior of its CEO, 40-year-old Travis Kalanick.
Some people don't like to take responsibility for their...
He was recently caught on camera arguing with an Uber driver. Kalanick and Chesky are friends. Is there a cautionary tale that you're seeing there that you don't want to happen here?
I think every company that I admire has had their ups and downs.
Do you think he can still effectively lead Uber?
I would, assume that only he knows best the answer to that question, and I would take him at his word that he can become the leader he wants to become. One of the things that I learned is I needed mentors, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for mentors. And I've been pretty shameless about constantly seeking leadership help from people that are smarter than me and more experienced than me.
Chesky has not shied away from taking on the leader of the free world. When President Trump issued the controversial travel ban, Airbnb responded in a Super Bowl ad. Chesky says he's just standing up for his worldwide host community, one he says is still in its infancy.
The travel industry is almost the size of the oil industry. It's nearly 10% of global GDP. And so I think this is literally chapter one. I hope if there was a book written, this interview would be the end of chapter one and beginning of chapter two.
For CBS This Morning, Ben Tracy, San Francisco.